Hello, gorgeous.
Okay, so you want to make sure that your skin looks as perfect as it possibly can, because plastic is supposed to look perfect. Well, depending on which doctor you go to. But anyway, to really give the skin that really nice luminous quality, I'm going to actually start out by applying a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is a liquid version in the shade Moonstone. I'm really going to put that right at the tops of my cheekbone here. And I'll be pretty generous with it because I want it to show through the foundation as much as it can, at least. So the bridge of the nose, the forehead, try not to get it on your wig. See, really nice and radiant. I'm using the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Foundation in the shade 203 True Beige, which might not be exactly my color right now because I haven't self-tanned in forever, even though, believe it or not, this is actually me with a tan. Using a flat top brush, this is from Tarte. It looks like this, and I'm just gonna start buffing this on. And I'm using circular motions so I can really get in like all the pores and stuff, just to make them look a lot less noticeable and visible. Then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just pounce, just to make sure everything is really nice and blended. So now I'm going to go ahead and highlight the center of the face using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer.
Just to give the skin a little bit more dimension. And
I'm using a beauty blender to push that into the skin, and then I'm setting everything in place using some translucent powder. The powder I'm using is by Laura Mercier, and yes, I use a damp beauty blender to press that onto the skin.
And just so you guys don't have to stare at me without eyebrows for much longer, Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Taupe. And the good thing about this look is I don't have to make it look realistic. I'm going to dip into my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. So I'm actually going to be using a pencil brush. This one is from Sigma. It's their SS219. And I'm going to just start making my nose look really, really tiny. The closer you bring the two contour lines together, the skinnier your nose is going to look. So I'm going to bring them pretty close.
And don't worry if it looks a little crazy at first. We're gonna blend it and make it look a little bit more realistic.
So then I'm gonna take a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is also from Sigma, it's their E35. Just gonna use that. And to contour the rest of the face, I'm gonna work from the same kit, but this time I'm picking up the tapered highlighter brush from Sigma. It's the F35, I think.
The numbers have worn off, I've had this so long.
Do a little bit of sculpting more towards the back of the face. Barbie's cheekbones aren't like crazy sharp or anything. She does have a little something something. Stopping the contouring right about like end of the eye. I'm not bringing it in much further than that.
You know what I hated? I remember when I was growing up, if they ever made Barbie dolls that looked like a certain celebrity, like the Britney Spears Barbie dolls, the Christina Aguilera ones, they always made them look so ugly. I don't know why they would do that. They didn't look anything like the people that they were supposed to. Like, I still bought all of them, but like, they didn't look like them.
My body, I'm just gonna bronze it up a little bit then. As I said, this is me with a tan, like, can you believe it?
I'm Greek, I'm supposed to have beautiful olive skin. What happened?
Prime my lids just to keep any eyeshadows from creasing. Stays in place even though it's like almost 4 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm gonna like wash this all off immediately afterwards. But just in case, I wanted to mention that I always like to use an eyeshadow primer. Then I'm gonna take some translucent powder onto a big, well, for my eyes it's big. Put that over the lids just to help everything be nice and dry and make it easy to blend.
Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. I loved Jeffree Star for like ever. Look how gorgeous all of the shades are. Ugh, they're so pretty. They're huge. I almost don't want to use them because I don't want to ruin the like stars, but I'm going to just try to go around them because I'm going to try to keep them looking as brand new as possible for as long as possible.
I'm going to start out with the shade Princess right here. Just a really nice like light pinky lavender color. Going right onto the lids, but I'm bringing it up just a little bit, like right underneath the socket, just to make the lids look like there's more space on them. Next, I'm going to pick up the Sephora Pro Shader number 18 brush. It's really teeny tiny. I'm going to pick up the shade Courtney, and I'm going to look down and kind of get right where my socket bone is. And I'm just using the edge of the brush just to kind of make a nice sort of cut crease, but I'm really trying to sculpt here. So really quickly, I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush, some random one. Anyway, so then I'm going to pick up my pencil brush again. I'm just going to do like a tiny little bit of star power. Just going to start really lightly feathering that in to like where the crease color, I guess, would be. Just going over where we applied the Courtney a little bit, but not being afraid to kind of dust it a little, like a smidge higher.
Hello, crease.
Then I'm going to pick up a little bit of the shade Confession right towards like the outer part here. Just going to kind of tuck that in right there. I'm going to pick up more of that Princess shade. Put that right in the inner corner. And I'm also going to put that right under the brow bone. Look how pretty. Now I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes, and of course I have seen Candy's transformation into Barbie, so I kind of got this idea from her. So I'm taking a white eyeliner. She used a pencil one. I'm using like a gel one. This is from Tarte. It's their just clay pot liner in white. Taking a little brush also by Tarte, and I'm just going to line the outer edges of my waterline. So the outer corner, the inner corner, and then the center is going to be bare. She took the white liner on the waterline at the outside and just extended it out onto the skin a little bit. Something like that, just to kind of, when we put our liner and lashes and all that, it'll look like the eyes are wider and bigger. Do the same at the inner corner here. The reason why I'm using a gel liner though to do this with though is that with the brush I can always go over the lashes that are kind of like in the way, so they'll just blend right in instead of looking like, you know, I'm drawing on my face, even though that's what I'm doing. I mean, that's what all makeup is, drawing on your face. So already you can see how the shape of my eyes is very different now, or at least it looks very different. So then I'm going to pick up that really tiny Sephora brush again, that number 18. I love this brush, it's one of my favorites. I'm going to dip right into Courtney again. I'm just going to start shading along the lower lash line and then right under the white liner bits. So now we can go ahead and actually start drawing on some lashes along the lower lash line. Okay, so quick change of plans. I actually looked at a photo of Barbie and I realized that her lower lashes are actually brown and pretty thick. So I'm gonna go over what I just did with like a brown, this is actually an eyebrow product, but it should work out the same. So let's try and fix it. I guess that's sort of better. So that was a fail, but anyway, moving on. I'm gonna go ahead and line my top lash line, and hopefully this will go better than what happened on the lower lash line. So I'm just following along that white liner bit, just kind of outlining the top of it almost. So as far as false lashes go, I'm going to be applying these that I had from Urban Decay from like years ago. I don't even know if they still make them. They're called the Vamp, and they're just very like, kind of looks like little drawings of lashes, sort of, right?
I'm adding some light pink glitter along the top lash line, right above where the black liquid liner is, kind of outlining it. The glitter liner I'm using is by Urban Decay in the color Groupie. I'm not sure if they still sell this, but you can find something similar from other brands, I'm sure. So I started with the NYX Fuchsia to shape the mouth out and then fill it in, but I decided to go on top with the Milani Fuchsia liner just because I wanted a slightly deeper, more vibrant pink. I then took that white gel liner from Tarte again to create the little reflection in the center of the lip. It's a little cartoony, but Barbie's plastic and painted, so it works.
So then to finish up the shine, I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula. It's like their Nude Glow. It's like a highlighter. It's one of my favorites from Drugstore. And I'm using the Morphe M501 brush. I'm actually doing a little meet and greet with Physicians Formula next week. I'll put the information in the description box below. But I'm just, look how pretty that is, right? Right on top of the cheekbones, just to kind of keep that shiny plastic Barbie look going. Clearly, I don't know when to stop when it comes to highlighting, so I'll just end it right there.
And that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and as always, I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.